things aside, in the end of the day, I think there's still definitely a gap in terms of level between me and Coco and other players of her caliber. Win or lose tomorrow, I think it's great for me to learn. Obviously, facing a player like Coco is something people would.
What's up, everybody? I hope you all are good. Eala just did something bold. Eala stepped into the spotlight and said what plenty of people in tennis have been whispering but were too cautious to say out loud. Eala went all the way there and made it crystal clear that from her view, from her experience sharing the court with elite talent, Coco Gauff isn't just great. She isn't just among the best, she is the best, above everyone else on the WTA Tour. And yes, that includes the current world #1 and dominant force in women's tennis, Aryna Sabalenka. After her loss to Coco Gauff, Eala didn't duck the cameras. She didn't spin it. She didn't hide behind excuses. She walked straight into that media moment and spoke from a real place, and what she said was different. She admitted there's a serious gap between where she is right now and the level Coco operates on. She said it plainly and she meant it. Coco is miles ahead. But here's the part that really made people pause. She didn't stop there. She took it even further by saying there's no bigger opportunity in her career at this moment than stepping on court against Coco Gauff in a match of that magnitude. Just sit with that. Most players, after a tough loss, focus on what they need to fix. They talk about their own grind. But Eala flipped the whole narrative. She called facing Coco a dream come true. She described it as the kind of opportunity athletes would do anything for. That wording matters because what Eala is really saying is that competing against Coco feels like an honor. And when a fellow pro talks like that, you have to pay attention. You have to recognize that something special is unfolding in women's tennis, and the name right at the center of it is Coco Gauff.
Super happy to be playing with Alex and hope you guys can keep supporting us. And we don't like Team Coachella, so pick a new
Okay,
name.
so another name maybe. Another name. Okay. Bye.
Now, some of you might be thinking, is this just simple admiration between two athletes? Is this the usual respect players show each other after a hard-fought battle on court? And the answer is yes. There is genuine, deep respect between Eala and Coco Gauff. But Eala made it crystal clear that this goes way beyond respect. She's making a bold statement about who she believes is the best player on the planet. She drew a line in the sand. On one side is Coco Gauff, and on the other side is everyone else. Yes, even Aryna Sabalenka. And honestly, it's easy to see why she feels this way. When you spend time around Coco, when you play against her and watch her up close, you notice things that most fans at home just don't catch. You see the work ethic, the focus, the mental sharpness behind every single shot she hits. And here's the part that really stood out from Eala's experience. At the Australian Open, Coco wasn't just competing, she stepped in as something more, as a mentor, as a guide, genuinely invested in helping a younger player maximize her potential. She was right there with Eala, giving tips, sharing insights, breaking down technical details she's mastered from years of competing at the absolute top of the sport.
Hey, it's Alex and Coco here. Thank you so much for all the support that you've been giving us this week. And hopefully in our next match, a lot of you will come out and watch.
We're talking about Coco breaking down the mechanics of the serve, walking Eala through the tiny nuances that turn a good serve into a truly elite one. The kind of insights only someone who's faced the absolute best in the world, week in and week out, month after month, can really understand and explain. That isn't just skill on the court. That's leadership. That's character. And according to Eala, that mix is exactly what makes Coco Gauff not just the top player on the court, but a standout off it as well. But here's where it gets even more wild. Alex isn't alone in this view. Not even close. Former Grand Slam finalist and fan favorite Ons Jabeur has also stepped up with jaw-dropping praise for Coco Gauff that shook the tennis world. Jabeur, a competitor who's gone head-to-head with the elite of women's tennis, who's played in multiple Grand Slam finals, who's battled every top-ranked opponent you can name, came out and said Coco Gauff is the hardest opponent she's ever faced on the WTA Tour. Not one of the hardest, the hardest. And coming from someone with Jabeur's experience and resume, that's a statement that hits hard. But she didn't stop there, and that's when things got really spicy.
Octopus, she doesn't gets every ball. She's always there. She doesn't give up. Big serve, you know. Sometimes it's a bit annoying when someone is serving well. She can go anywhere to get any ball. I mean, she already won.
She pointed out that even Aryna Sabalenka, the current world #1 in absolute Grand Slam powerhouse, doesn't match the level Coco brings when it comes to movement on court. Jabeur basically handed the tennis world a full tactical breakdown. Part of that breakdown highlighted what she sees as a real vulnerability in Sabalenka's game. According to Jabeur, Sabalenka can be pushed to her limits, make her chase every ball, and cracks start to show. And here's the kicker that stings the most: she gets visibly frustrated on court. We've all seen it: the racket slams, the emotional outbursts, the body language when things aren't going her way. Jabeur's point? That's a tactical weakness, and Coco Gauff exploits it better than anyone else on the entire tour. Now compare that to what Jabeur said about Coco herself. Her work rate is simply unmatched. Coco covers the court like almost no one else in the history of women's tennis. Her ability to turn impossible defensive positions into instant offense in the blink of an eye is what separates her from everyone else. And when one of the most respected pros on tour makes that comparison publicly, it carries massive weight.
Yeah,
She
you
gets
break her
super
rhythm.
frustrated.
Yeah.
And if she's very fast and doesn't let me do my shots, that's very frustrating to me.
Honest with you, like I feel like when you played her, you really were able to take over her speed very well. Like I feel like the more you played her, the better you got in control of, like, even when she was dominating.
Now, all of this is happening while Aryna Sabalenka is feeling increasingly uncomfortable. Sabalenka can't stand watching Coco Gauff's continued rise. With players like Eala speaking up and more voices from the tour backing Coco's greatness, it's putting serious pressure on the world #1. From Sabalenka's perspective, she's at the top of the rankings, dominant in Grand Slams, yet players she competes against are openly saying Coco is on another level. That has to sting. Even accounting for Coco not yet racking up Grand Slam titles as some expected, the players who face her every week still recognize her as the best. Her skill, movement, mental strength, leadership, and heart all point to one undeniable conclusion. Just as Eala bravely declared, Coco Gauff is the best player on the planet. The respect is growing, the voices are getting louder, and whether Sabalenka likes it or not, the tennis world is speaking in one unified voice. Eala sparked the conversation, Ons Jabeur added fuel, and now everyone is paying attention. The era of Coco Gauff isn't coming, it's already here. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with Eala and Jabeur? Is Coco Gauff the best in the world right now?